Well, I'm sitting here and I'm surrounded by beautiful plants and also a terrific woman. Kerry Hughes is here. Nice to see you, Kerry.
Good to be here.
Once again, ethnobotanist and author.
Thank you.
You've provided all these, is that right?
That's
Did
correct.
you carry these here by yourself? 500 plants? I walked in and I was overwhelmed.
Well, actually, Santa Claus was out back. Did you know?
Well, Santa, he usually stays in the back for a long time. But it is the holiday season. It is December, and a lot of people have these in their house. And I'm finding out more about them from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't just toss them away when the holiday season is over.
That's right. So I'm here with Rocket Farms, who's growing all these beautiful poinsettias, and they're a really good quality grower in Salinas County here, and they have 5 different locations, and they want to let people know that you just don't throw them away after Christmas. You don't just appreciate their beauty and throw them away. You can actually, in San Francisco area, we're lucky because we can actually grow them outdoors.
Okay. Now, you say you don't throw them away, but what is the transition that the flowers go through?
Yeah, well, they have been in a greenhouse all their life, so they're a little tender. And
well, aren't we all? Yeah.
So what you'd want to do is, and actually poinsettias are tender anyways, they're more of a tropical flower, native to Mexico actually.
Uh-huh.
And so you'd want to bring them into like a shaded area.
But they can be outside though.
They can be outside, but
yeah,
like in a shade kind of protected spot. They don't want a lot of wind, and they're a little finicky, so they are,
yeah,
they may or may not make it, you know, just because of their personal character, just
I
like
see.
any plant. But you can grow them. Sometimes you'll see them, and they won't look exactly like they look like here. They'll look 6 foot tall. They get really tall sometimes. So
yeah, 6 feet tall. No,
yeah.
these grow to be 6 feet tall?
yeah, they're beautiful. Uh-huh.
Really? I didn't realize that. And so what we're seeing is just the very top of the plant?
Right. Well, there's actually different varieties. Some of them are more complex or compact. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
And then some of them actually do grow taller when they get in the earth, basically.
Yeah. You were talking about global warming and the connection with these plants. What was that little comment you threw away?
Well, I was just saying that people could do their part to prevent global warming with growing any plant, really. So instead of throwing away the plant, put it in your yard, and the plant takes the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and gives us oxygen. So
yeah. Well, you know, a lot of people forget. That's one of the things you learn in elementary school, but I think a lot of people forget that. You're being a botanist, an ethnobotanist, you would know about that these things absorb some of the things in the air that we don't want.
That's right.
And come out,
That's
and
right.
oxygen is the return that we get.
In fact, there's actually studies, clinical studies, showing that people that have plants in their home not only have better air quality and the things that you would expect, but they actually live healthier, happier lives.
Really?
Just like having a dog.
It's just, I mean, my dog does
But
not
with better
give
air.
off the air. That's the wrong kind if it does.
Right, one kind of air. That's
Yeah,
right.
but well, people actually though they become, you know, in another sense they become close to plants sometimes. You know, you hear about talking to plants. I mean, I don't believe you as a botanist would say talking to your plant makes any difference, would you? But it helps the person maybe.
Yeah, and you know, I think that part of my job as an ethnobotanist is to educate people about some of the traditions and the beautiful aspects between the relationships between humans and plants. So, like the poinsettia here, a lot of people think of it as a Christmas flower, but in fact it has this long history that goes back. The Aztecs actually were the first to start cultivating it. And it was back then associated with winter festivities. So they've kind of taken on that theme of winter festivities. And when the Spanish Christianity came to Mexico, priests would put them in the churches. And there's an old story that says there was this little girl who was impoverished, and she was going to go visit the nativity scene, and she felt really bad because she had nothing to offer the Christ child, and so she got some weeds from the side of the road and put them there, and they actually turned into the poinsettia, and so that's the story behind part of the tradition.
And they certainly are festive. I walked in the studio, I was knocked out.
That's right.
Very nice to see you. Kerry Hughes is here, ethnobotanist and an author, and Rocket Farms provided all of these beautiful plants, and nice to see you again. Have a happy holiday, okay?
Thank you.